Dad,
Yeah.
what would you say if I said to you,
Mm-hmm.
bike trip, Nova Scotia?
No, bike trip, Nova Scotia. Well,
Yeah.
how would we get to Nova Scotia?
A bike trip.
I don't mind going on a bike trip and having Nova Scotia even as our goal,
Right.
as our destination, but as long as we agree with each other not to be disappointed if we don't leave the city limits.
What if I just make a sign entering Nova Scotia and you ride by?
Tell me again why we need to do this.
Dad, we need a weekend to ourselves, you know? We need to get away from the grind.
And what grind?
What about a fly fishing weekend? You always said you wanted to do that. It's at a stream, in the mountains.
Right.
We camp out. There's a guide who guides us.
Is there plumbing?
You just hold it.
Yeah, but what if you gotta go?
Hold
When you
it.
gotta go, you gotta go. Where do you think the animals go?
Yeah, that's true.
Let me rephrase that question. Where do you think the animals go?
Oh, do you actually want me to answer that?
Well, I'm not, I've often wondered about that because, in the city is littered with dog poop.
Yeah, I know.
But you get into the wilderness and you never see any animal droppings or animal corpses.
Have you ever been to the wilderness?
I've seen footage.
Well, you just can't see it in the footage. They take it out.
Oh, you think they touch it up?
Yeah.
Well, let's go to one of those places that have already been touched up.
Let's just watch a nature film and get this over with.
Yeah, but your mother and I, on our honeymoon, I wanted to go to a resort hotel and just sort of get pampered.
Right.
Your mother wanted to go camping.
So you got divorced.
No, I don't. So we went camping in the Catskills, in the Catskill Mountains.
Right.
3 a.m, I hear a rustling in the woods, and she's scared. I stick my head out of the tent. It's Shecky Green.
Well, Dad, if we take a trip, I just don't think it's worth it to take a comfortable trip. I think we should be miserable. We should get out there and we should
You can do sort of a...
I mean, when's the last time you took a trip that required you to challenge yourself?
Well, when we went on that walk for the Heart-Lung Association.
That wasn't really a trip.
That was it. Well,
it was a walk.
Yeah, but it was a good hunk of the day.
And I guess we did go through the woods at one part.
The toughest guy in the block happens to be Mother Nature. I don't care what anyone says. She can kick our asses anytime she wants.
That is so true.
The things you discover about yourself and each other when you're pitted against great odds.
Exactly.
And I'm talking about the wilderness. I'm talking about survival, really.
Dad, the thing about getting out into the great outdoors is that I think you learn a lot about yourself, and I think we learn a lot about each other.
Yeah, I think that's what I just said, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but I'm not resisting the idea. I'm just saying that there's a way to do this carefully and to plan it so that we don't find ourselves...
Dad, we get on...
You ever hear the expression withered corpses?
No.
Well, that could be the lead line on a story about you and me if we don't play this thing right.
Who do you think would last longer if we got stuck in the wilderness? Me or you?
Wow.
I figured it out, and I can live off my own body fat for 3.5 years.
Go.
You make me open up. I feel loose with you.
Well, that's good, Don.
I feel close to you.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah. I feel you make me feel like a whole person.
Yeah. Can you want to sit down for a second?
Yeah.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. It would help me. I need to keep some kind of perspective on your problems. At least, so these 6 feet help me with between here and the couch.
What you're telling me is you need more space.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
Just a little more space.
So the couch back to the...
Back to the couch. It's not. Don't think of it as a setback.
Well, that's the way I'm looking at it. You just had me open it up now, and now you want me to close down again.
No, I don't want you to close down. I just want to open up from there.
Oh.
Did you get that seafood salad downstairs? It smells like...
Yeah, you could tell?
Well, you develop it. It's like I was going to say a sixth sense, but it really is, it's the sense of smell what I'm talking about.
Ah.
One of the old senses.
Yeah. One of the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they're great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Maybe we should do this before lunch next time. I know it's painful, but you don't talk about your family at all. I mean, just anything would help. I mean, you grew up with a big family. You have brothers and sisters.
Yeah, that's usually if you have a big family. That's the main.
Part of the deal.
Two main sources. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were your parents affectionate with each other, Don?
Well, we had a big family, so you got to figure at least those few times they were. There was no outward signs of affection. No. High five here and there.
Did your father take you to the ball game once in a while?
Yeah, but never take us back. He'd take us to the game and then leave.
Yeah.
That was the bad part. Yeah.
Do you still in touch with your siblings?
Whew. Well, I don't know. We communicate, but mostly by rumor. It's I don't know. It was always so crowded. It was an Irish background. Everybody lived together. My grandmother lived with us right to the end.
Mm-hmm.
God bless her. She didn't die. We just went, get the hell out. I get pulled over by the police a lot.
Why is that then?
A lot of times I like to sit in the back when I'm driving.
See, that's a red flag for these troopers.
Have you ever been pulled over by the police and you didn't think they were pulling you over?
Sure, I've had that experience.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you hear the siren, you see the light, and you're with somebody else, and normally you go, somebody's in trouble. And then I went, ugh, it's us. Okay, let me get out. I'll talk to you. I'm good at this. Here, hold my drink.
Well, you know, Don, if you could get your license revoked, you know.
I have had it revoked. Do you mean get it back?
So you have a driving record then?
Well, I'm not a particularly good driver, I'll admit that. Last year, I was in 11 accidents. I came in 5th in the state. A lot of them were not my fault, I don't feel. I don't pay any attention to driving. I read.
Yeah, so you don't really feel responsible for most of these accidents?
No.
For instance...
last year, I hit a guy. He was in his living room.
We've all done things we're not proud of, Don. And, you know, this is a strictly confidential situation here. There's nothing you can't tell me. So please don't feel like you need to hold back.
I robbed a bank once.
Holy!
I'm not proud of it, but I can tell you now. Well, it was a cry for help, too. I wanted to get recognized, and so I did it from the drive-up window. I figured even if it was not successful, it should make the papers.
Right.
And I was serious about it. I rented a gun. And I'm in the line, and I wrote a note. I said, I have a gun, give me all of your money. And finally it was my turn. That drawer open, I put the note and the gun in the drawer.
How'd it work?
Dr. Katz's office.
Laura! How are you? It's Ben.
Yeah.
What are you up to this weekend? Are you busy, or are you
Yes.
just relaxing? You're getting...
Busy.
What do you usually do on the weekends?
I'm busy.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself occupied?
What
do I do? So I'm glad you asked, because I like to go, get out, go out there into the wilderness. And
Really? Okay, great. So I'll talk to you later?
Actually, my dad and I, we're going away together. You know, it's been a while since we've had a family trip, and I decided, hey, we should go away again.
Terrific.
Not just a typical family trip. I figured we could go, somewhere different, make it interesting. Go to, like, up north.
Yeah.
Just go north. Keep driving till we hit the ocean.
The Arctic Ocean?
We're going to go hiking. We're going to climb up and then fall down. We're going to hurt ourselves. We're going to get helicoptered to a hospital on one of those Red Cross things, you're strapped
great.
and you can't move, and the guy's panicking. Like, don't move your neck. We're going to be like, I move my neck!
I was thinking last night, I was lying in bed thinking that wouldn't it be fun to just go to the airport, travel light, pick any city, just like a fun city, and spend the weekend there, check into a really nice hotel.
Yeah, but Dad,
room service, SpectraVision.
Dad, didn't we have this discussion, though, that we weren't going to go to a city, we were going to go to the wilderness?
What is that called, that dessert? Something brulee?
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee, sent up to the room.
We could go to a city.
And the weird thing is, I'd like to go to some city that's not a city that most people associate with a vacation, someplace like Pittsburgh.
You know what, I did read in a magazine, there was the 10 worst cities in America. And if we go to one of those...
Well, that's what I'm thinking. You go to a city like Bridgeport, which is a depressed city.
Exactly.
And they would go crazy if they saw some American money.
Yeah.
I was thinking this would be fun every year.
Yeah.
And we get to see the country. We go to a different state capital.
All right. That's a good idea.
You know what the capital of New York State is?
New York City.
No, that's what most people think. It's Albany. Albany, New York, a place I've always wanted to visit. The capital of Nebraska, I think, is Cedar Bluffs.
Man, I don't want to travel with you. You're the most boring man alive.
Because we have 30,000 frequent flyer miles.
Really?
Yeah.
So we get a free domestic or...
Free domestic.
Free domestic flight.
No, we get a free domestic. I'm talking about some household help.
That's illegal.
Yeah. No, we can get either one free trip, round trip,
right,
or we can each get upgraded to first class, but we can't get home.
You know what would be kind of cute?
What's that?
Going to Cuba.
Okay. I would just like to yank on that beard of his one time.
Who are you talking about?
Castro.
Oh, don't mention his name in this house.
Dr. Katz's office.
Hey, Laura, it's me, Benjamin Daniel Katz.
Yeah.
Or should I say Benjamin Daniel Boone Katz?
No, you shouldn't say that.
Well, listen, I just called to ask if I could borrow... Do you have a video camera?
Yeah, I do.
Because we are going on this trip. Oh, it's going to be amazing, though. You're not going to want to miss all this stuff. I'm going to be eating nuts, berries, plants, herbs. I'm going to be pooing green.
It doesn't sound very safe.
Well, we can take care of ourselves.
I meant for the camera.
Hey, Laura, after this trip, it's going to be a full weekend. You've never seen me with a 2-day growth, have you? My hair will be all mussy. My clothes are going to be all tattered, from the hunt.
Wow, sounds great.
Yeah.
You know what? Take the camera.
Really?
It's got to be worth at least, one good guffaw.
I think I am ready to assume my place in nature as one of the animal kingdom.
Where exactly do you fall in the food chain?
Well, I'll eat anything. That's what you mean.
I feel bad for women. I mean, they're constantly bombarded with these stupid commercials. Susie, how could you work 8 hours a day and look so young and fresh and vibrant? Stay-free maxi pads. Yeah. Did you hear the question I just asked you?
Hey, Laura.
Hi.
Tell me what you think. Do you think I come by too much, or do you think I call too often? Or both?
Both.
Both? I was going to say both, too. Anyway, I'm here.
Yep.
I'm here to pick up the camera. This is it?
This is it.
Jeez, I thought it would be bigger.
No.
Was this like a bad one or something?
No.
This is like a little nothing. How much did you pay for this?
$800?
$800 for this?
Yeah.
For this little thing?
Yep.
Looks like it came out of a candy machine.
Can I show you how it works?
I'll figure it out.
Just let me show you.
No, I've worked these before, so I know, I know basically how to do it. Here we go. Hello,
What?
Laura. Say hello.
Ben,
Say some more. Say something interesting. Like, say something like that would be worth being put on tape. Go ahead. Laura?
Ben,
I'm right on you. Wait, hold on. Let me zoom in here. Holy God! That's too close.
oh, Ben, please, just take it and go.
Let me get a better angle here.
You're late again today, Don. Is there a reason for it?
I'm not even sure if I need to be here at all, so...
Well, you're here. You made an appointment with me, and you showed up 25 minutes late.
Right, well, I went to see a shrink on the way in.
A second opinion kind of thing?
Actually, he figured his would be the first opinion, and you would be the second.
Well, that's adding insult to injury. That's like putting salt on an open wound.
Any other cliches you might want to throw my way?
That's like, I was going to say it's like a stitch in time, but that doesn't apply.
No, it does not.
But let's bury the hatchet.
Okay.
Okay, Ben, let me just remind you, though, that, not everything is interesting to watch. I mean, you don't want to just tape everything.
There's the Mr. Coat Rack.
I mean, that's the first thing that people do when they get a video camera is they tape everything and they don't realize
the corner
it's...
of the room.
And they narrate it, which is that really baffles me. Like, as though people wouldn't
Panning
know by looking.
Panning in. Panning out. Panning in. It's all out of focus here. Wait, hold on a second. And focus.
Ben?
And there's the plant.
If you guys want to do something really exciting, I think you should go to a spa for a weekend.
But isn't it where you just get pampered?
Not
I mean,
necessarily.
not that I'm not up for a good pamper.
Yeah, well, that's...
One of the things they do with the spas is
Yeah.
I think they give you a morning massage and an evening massage.
Do you get massaged by a masseuse or a mashugi? Man or woman?
Well, that's the thing. I always feel slightly sleazy saying, and can you make sure that the masseuse is a woman,
You always say that?
Yeah.
You always request that?
I always request a woman because I'm not
That's
comfortable being massaged by a man.
Yeah. I think they call it
Homophobic?
massage homophobo.
Yeah.
No, it has nothing to do with homophobia.
No? It's just fear of being touched by a man.
Well, that's homophobia.
Oh.
I didn't realize this couch opens up all these years.
Yes. Yeah.
But this is fun, lying in bed on our own couch.
It was not exactly the wild weekend I pictured. You know?
Yeah, it's going to get wild, though. When we try to close this thing up, though, it's going to get wild.
Well, you know what I
believe me.
say we do? We'll sleep on it. When's the
No.
last time you slept in the living room?
When you had your tonsils removed, because I couldn't stand the crying.
Right. I just wish we were the type of people who could get out there and experience the outdoors, you know?
Yeah.
As opposed to what we're doing here. You know?
Well, we shouldn't rule that out. You know, we just because we weren't those kind of people this weekend, last weekend,
Right.
and every weekend before that,
Doesn't mean...
we're not going to become those kind of people.
Yeah, so we have to work our way up to it.
Yeah.
Hmm?
So,
You thinking what I'm thinking?
you betcha.
Order more food.
Salsa, please.
Pass it.
You know what?
Oh, Dad, let's eat till we die.
Whichever happens first.
Yeah.
I'm willing to try.
Hey, Dad, you know, when we watch
Yeah.
the videotape I made of us sitting around here tonight, 30 years from now,
Yeah.
it's going to be great memories.
Oh,
You know?
God, why wait?
Yeah.
Hey, food fight?
Seriously?
What the hell? The place is a dump anyway.
You clean up.
No, Grace is coming in tomorrow.
All right, food fight.
I have a friend that scuba dives. He goes, oh, you know what you're supposed to do if a shark's bothering you? Bothering? This guy needs to look in a thesaurus. You know, it really bothers me when you shear my legs off at the hips.
Mm-hmm.
I find it very bothersome to get back to shore without my legs.
Right.
He says that when the shark's bothering you, you just punch him in the face. Yeah, then when that doesn't work, you poke him in the eye with your stump. Punch a shark. What if he wasn't even going to attack you? What if he's just curious and he's swimming by and you go, pew, pew, pew. Hey, what was that for? I thought you were going to attack me. Yeah, I'm going to now. I was going to let you go, but the other sharks are watching. It doesn't look good now. You know what really bugs me about plane crashes?
What's that?
When you watch the news and they say that people have to be identified by their dental records. Well, if they don't know who you are, how do they know who your dentist is?
Right, right.
I saw a crash on CNN. This Piper Cub crashed in the field, and the news guy's standing out there, and he said, the plane crashed over here, decapitated the pilot. He's apparently dead. Yeah, you want to double check? And maybe the head's still alive by itself. Like it's going to be going, psst, over here, behind the bush. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I can't feel my legs. I saw an ad for a Time Life book. A guy jumped out of an airplane, fell 30,000 feet, his chute didn't open, and he lived to tell the story. Yeah, I would have loved to hear that story. I jumped out of the plane, and his chute didn't open.
What made you decide to go on a diet?
I realized I was not in shape.
Yeah.
I realized that when I get winded in an elevator.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah. I mean, you don't gain all the weight in one day. Like, there's indications. If your socks are tight, that's not a good sign. I gotta be honest. I realized I had a pot back, and that was bad, you know?
Yeah. You try to stay in shape? You exercise?
I tried lifting weights, you know, but I'm going, boy, these are heavy.
Yeah.
So,
There should be a warning on them.
yeah, I think there should be.
But I'll tell you one thing: you look healthy. Maybe some of your habits are not good, but you must be doing something right.
I'm trying, Doc. I'm a vegetarian now.
Good for you.
You know, I eat meat too, but
Well, that's good.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
How you doing?
Fine. How was the weekend?
It wasn't as wild as
really?
I'd expected.
Probably as wild as I expected.
Well, you got me. You know, the part about going away,
Right.
we didn't do that. But we stayed in. And I videotaped some stuff. It's all on there. And I also dubbed off 12 hours of British television.
Great.
You know, even though I didn't take a trip, Laura, I did learn a lot this weekend.
What was that?
If I spend another second with my dad, I'm going to explode.
No, Don, this is great. This was really a good
great.
session.
It's better than great. You don't know what you've done for me.
Well, I'm getting a sense of it.
Well, I'm telling you, you actually have done a lot for me.
I don't really shake hands with my patients, but you got a good grip, you know?
Yeah.
Can I have that back now?
All right. Well, I'm telling you, I really appreciate it.
Okay.
And thanks.
I'll be putting this in my pocket now if you're done with it. Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget that I'm holding your hand.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now it's time to let go and just move on. Because I know you don't like to hear this, but I'm seeing other patients.
Ooh.
And This is a problem with us. You have to get used to that notion.
So that reaching out and touching someone is...
Well, you're hurting me.
Oh.